Hello, my friend, and welcome to Wisdom Trek. I am Guthrie Chamberlain, your guide to wisdom and creating a living legacy. Thank you for joining us for our 5-day-per-week wisdom and legacy building podcast. This is day 689 of our trek, and it is time for our Mindshift Monday series. Wisdom Trek's primary focus is to assist you in creating your living legacy. Creating your living legacy can only be accomplished by gaining wisdom in many areas of life. And you can only gain wisdom by changing what you allow to go into your mind, which will result in changing the way you think. In other words, to create a living legacy, you must choose to be in a continual mode of mind shift. It is so easy to get stuck in the mindset that your current circumstances cannot be changed. This is just not true, but you must understand this fundamental principle. In order to change your life, you must change how you think and what you think about. Our Mindshift Monday podcast and journal will provide you with practical steps to make a mind shift to a rich and satisfying life. We are broadcasting from our studios at the Big House in Marietta, Ohio. This past weekend was a beautiful fall weekend filled with many outdoor activities. The annual Sternwell Festival in Marietta was this past weekend also. During the festival, there is always many events going on, with the highlight being a huge firework display on Saturday night. It does rival anything put on by larger cities, with fireworks being set off from a barge over the Ohio River. The fireworks actually display over the confluence of the Muskingum and Ohio River, with dozens of boats watching from the river and thousands of people from the shoreline. When we're in town, we do try to attend at least the fireworks. With the weather being great, the Sternwell Festival certainly was successful this year. Within our connected society of today, we hear a lot about success, so the question has to be asked, what is success? Over many years, I have collected inspirational motivational quotes covering a variety of topics. Many of them do deal with success and what success really means. But when they are all synthesized down, I have come to the conclusion that success is choosing to give of yourself to a life of legacy that is greater than yourself, which will have a positive impact on your world. There are 7 key elements that make up a living legacy. The first one is knowing the truth and accepting it. Since success is a choice, it involves a decision. Success is knowing the truth and then accepting it. Our lives today are filled with instant gratification of fast food, cheap thrills, entitlement, victim mentalities, and false hopes. Our lives are built on a foundation of sand. We live in a day of shortcuts, loopholes, and one more for the road, as we look at a way to escape reality. We must understand that we are not truly successful, though, until we know what is right or what is truth, and then doing it. The second element is success is finding a need and filling it. Many people can find a need, point to a problem, and size up a situation. But only a successful person goes the next step beyond finding the need, and they endeavor to fill it. The story of the Bible, which we call the Good Samaritan, vividly illustrates the difference between finding a need and filling it. Here's a story taken from Luke chapter 10, verses 30 through 37. Jesus replied with a story. A Jewish man was traveling from Jerusalem down to Jericho, and he was attacked by bandits. They stripped him of his clothes, beat him up, and left him half dead beside the road. By chance, a priest came along, and when he saw the man lying there, he crossed to the other side of the road and passed him by. A temple assistant walked over and looked at him lying there, but he also passed by on the other side. Then a despised Samaritan came along, and when he saw the man, he felt compassion for him. Going over to him, the Samaritan soothed his wounds with olive oil and wine, and then bandaged them up. Then he put the man on his own donkey and took him to an inn, where he took care of him. The next day he handed the innkeeper 2 silver coins, telling him, "Take care of this man, and if the bill runs higher, I'll pay you the next time I'm here." Now which of these 3 would you say was the neighbor to the man who was attacked by bandits? Jesus asked. The man replied, "The one who showed mercy." Then Jesus said, "Yes, you are correct. Now go and do the same." Every time we do what is responsible and fill a need by helping someone else, we are actually also helping ourselves. As Zig Ziglar put it, you can get everything in life that you want if you help enough other people get what they want. The third element that we want to look at today is success is facing a challenge and meeting it. Once you're determined to take on the responsibilities of accepting the challenges that are required for success, be ready for the problems and issues to come rushing towards you. There'll be little problems that will irritate and nibble at you. There'll be big problems at times that seem to devour you. Ongoing nagging problems that seem to never end. Perplexing problems that leave you confused. Problems come in all sorts of shapes and sizes. They come at all times. They are really what makes up our trek of life. Like death, problems are not a respecter of person. It is not nearly as important where you are in life when the problems come as to where you are in life when the problems have been conquered. No problem will leave you the same person after it's gone. Problems are the great dividers between success and failures. How you handle them will determine on which side of the equation that you live. The fourth element is success is losing your life so that you can find it. In Matthew chapter 10, verse 39, Jesus said, "If you cling to your life, you will lose it. But if you give up your life for me, you will find it." What you cling to, you will lose. What you give up, you will find. What a paradox. One of the reasons many have never tasted the sweetness of success is that they are unwilling to sacrifice what is required to achieve it. It goes back to the laws of planting and harvesting. As a general principle, if you plant sparingly, your harvest will be small. If you plant abundantly, your harvest will be bountiful. Element number 5. Success is having a plan and then following it. The Apostle Paul told us in his letter to the Ephesians, chapter 2, verse 10, "For we are God's masterpiece. He has created us anew in Christ Jesus, so that we can do the good things He planned for us long ago." Do you live as a masterpiece or a piece of garbage? God has created you for a purpose. It may be easy to see why an individual is pursuing his or her goals for their life. The way a person undertakes his affairs for life is largely determined by the way a person sees their goals. We need to live up to our God-given potential, which includes being a masterpiece for Him through effective pursuit of goals. The sixth element of success is developing your talents and impacting others with your talents. It is very disappointing to see people with great abilities and talents sitting on the shelf of life. The parable of the 3 servants that is found in Matthew chapter 25, verses 14 through 30, tells of how a master was not concerned about how many talents a servant had, but how they used the talents that they had been given. They were only responsible for what they did with their talents, and so it is with us. God is only concerned on how we use the talents that He gave us. It is impossible to lose when you share your talents impacting others. And the seventh and final element for success is knowing that you are secure for eternity. No matter how much success we have in our lives, unless our eternity is secure, then it is all for nothing. The only way that your life will impact eternity is through the positive impacts that you have on the lives of others for generations to come. It is then you will be successful, creating your living legacy each day. And with these thoughts in mind, let me challenge you to use your talents to your full potential by impacting the lives of others. It is not so important on how many talents that you have, but instead fully utilizing what you do have. Have a mind shift to multiply your God-given abilities through others. Next week, we will continue on our trek on Mindshift Monday. On tomorrow's trek, though, we will explore another wisdom quote. This 3-minute wisdom supplement will assist you on becoming healthy, wealthy, and wise each day. Thank you for joining me on this trek that we call life. Encourage your friends and family to join us and to come along with us tomorrow for another day of Wisdom Trek, creating a legacy. If you'd like to listen to any of the past daily treks or read the daily journal, they are available at wisdom-trek.com. You can also subscribe at iTunes or Google Play so that each day's trek will be downloaded to you automatically. And thank you so much for allowing me to be your guide, your mentor, but most importantly, I am your friend, as I serve you through the Wisdom Trek podcast and journal each day. And as we take this trek of life together, let us always live abundantly, love unconditionally, listen intentionally, learn continuously, lend to others generously, lead with integrity, and then leave a living legacy each day. I am Guthrie Chamberlain, reminding you to keep moving forward, enjoy your journey, and then create a great day every day. See you tomorrow.